Willie D Live.
What them haters talking about?
What's up, family? If it's your first time checking out the show, let me know what city, what state you're coming in from. If you're outside of the U.S., let me know what country you're representing. Family, I need you to smash up the likes, smash up the likes, smash up the likes. Also, if you have not done so already on YouTube, after you subscribe, there's a little bell next to your subscribe button. Go ahead and click that thing right now so you can get your notifications each time I drop a new video like this. That way you'll be in the loop. I'll let a few hundred of y'all come in, then I'm going in. But in the meantime and in between time, I'm give some shots out to the early birds. Kels, let's go. What up? What up? Harlem, New York is in the building. Who is that? Tiana Scott. What up? Fat Boy Boog, Chicago checking in. Yvonne from Philly, Camden, New Jersey, Shamaya. Is that Shamaya? Be More Investor. What up? What's up, Rick? Fam, this is going to be a spirited episode of Willie D Live podcast. Let me tell you something, fam. This is a good rivalry. This is no doubt reminiscing of the Larry Bird, Magic Johnson rivalry. These two right here, Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark. A lot of similarities. You know, it was Magic Johnson and Larry Bird who was credited for saving the NBA. They saved the league. The league was doing horrible until those two came along. And so a lot of people are saying, you know, same thing is happening all over again right here in the WNBA with Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. They are bringing new eyeballs to the league. More people are buying tickets. People are watching. People like a good rivalry, right? That's what it is. People love a good rivalry. And that's what we have here. Remember, Magic Johnson and Larry Bird hated each other when they played against each other. That was stories about Magic Johnson going to Larry Bird's house and eating right before the game. So they was cool off the court. But once they got inside those lines, it was on and popping. That's exactly what I think we have here. Obviously, we live in America where it is a racist country. So racist stuff will happen when you have racist people that are at the top in various industries, right? No difference in the NBA. It's no different. And it's no different with a lot of the advertisers. Let's call a strike and a ball. We ain't got to try to front, fam. We know what it is. But although Larry Bird got some extra looks and extra attention because he was white, or he is white, and primarily playing a sport that Black people pretty much run, and not just playing it, but being very competitive and very good at it, then he was crowned the great white hope. And, you know, so he had a lot of extra attention coming his way because of his whiteness. Likewise, we got the same thing going on with Caitlin Clark. Let's call a spade and the ball, a strike and a ball, fam. Let's stop fronting. We know what it is. Yes, absolutely. Caitlin Clark is getting a lot of attention because she's white and she can hoop. She's very good at what she does. Would she be getting the same amount of attention if she was Black? Absolutely not. She would be getting a lot of attention, absolutely. But you get a little extra, but you get a lot extra when you're white. But make no mistake, fam, it takes nothing away from Caitlin Clark, the person. She can't help that people gonna give her extra opportunities because of her skin. But Caitlin Clark is the real deal. Make no mistake about it. Like Larry Bird, yes, his whiteness got him some extra stuff, but his whiteness got him nothing extra on that court when he was competing. When Caitlin Clark competes against anybody, it's mano a mano. When she's on that court, her whiteness can't save her. Her whiteness can't make her score that bucket, defend that player, block that shot, get that rebound, make that pass. Her whiteness can't do that for her, can't help her. When you get out on that court in sports, hey man, it's me and you. Now what we get on the outside is something different. The opportunity we might get on the outside is something different. But on that court, inside those lines, it is what it is. And the girl can flat out hoop. Now, let's get to Angel Reese's comments. Angel Reese spoke about all of the fanatics, the people that's going crazy over Caitlin Clark. And, you know, she called them out. Specifically, she addressed the people who are kind of jocking Caitlin Clark, right? Angel was riding high after an impressive win against the New York Liberty on Thursday, and she decided to take a shot at those jockers, those D-riders, and everybody else who was just going crazy over Caitlin Clark. Everybody not a D-rider, everybody not a jocker, so that's why I separated it. And I said, and everybody else. And then she deleted it. Obviously, it caused a lot of controversy. The tweet went viral, and then she deleted it. But nothing, and I mean nothing, gets past the internet. So what did Angel Reese tweet? Her words. After getting the win, she said, and that's on getting a win in a packed arena, not because of one player on our charter flight. Ooh. This is a statement she made after her Chicago team beat up on New York. So a lot of people was like, you know, saying, hey, man, stop hating. You know, it don't look good. It don't look good. Stop hating. Caitlin Clark has yet to win. Her and her team, they have yet to win a basketball game. So she's 0-5 as a pro. Has yet to win a game. Caitlin Clark was picked number 1 in the WNBA draft, and Angel Reese was picked number 7 overall. She had 13 points, 9 rebounds in that win. Of course, it was clear who Angel was throwing shade at, to me. But for other people, they thought it was just she throwing shade at Caitlin. I disagree. I think she was throwing shade at all of the adulation from LeBron James and Charles Barkley and all of these other people for Caitlin's impact on the league. She's been credited with getting chartered flights for the women too. So it seems like Angel felt some type of way about all of this. And rightfully so. Imagine, fam, if you were in a league and it's a league of I don't know how many teams. Let's just say if it was a league of 10 teams or whatever, 20 teams, whatever. It don't matter. The number don't matter. The bottom line is you're in a league and there's dozens and dozens of women who make up that league, right? Hundreds of women who make that league up, right? And I'm not just saying from a standpoint of playing ball, but, you know, behind the scenes too, you know, in the offices, right? In the front offices, okay? But what about also the women who came before you, right? So now we're getting into the thousands. There's women who came before you that helped the league survive. The league was doing bad for a long time and still doing bad, but especially compared to the men. But imagine that you're on a team, you're in a league, you're playing, and every time you look up, no matter what you do, how good of a performance you have, all they talking about is this one other player on another team. Even when that player have a bad night, that player can dominate the headlines. That person's bad night dominates the headlines over your good night. Imagine you being a star player on the team that you're on. But all you're hearing about is this other chick on this other team. And how she's saving the league that could not be saved without all of the other players' collective efforts. I personally think that Angel was attacking the D-Riders, like Charles Barkley. Charles Barkley, he probably couldn't wait. He couldn't wait to say something affirmative about Caitlin Clark so he can get some brownie points because he loved massa. That's a company man if I ever seen one. I give LeBron the benefit of doubt, but not Charles Barkley because his history. Boy, he loved throwing in some brownie points every now and then, get them brownie points so that Massa can say, good boy, good boy. I don't believe that Angel Reese was directly attacking Caitlin Clark. I believe that she was attacking the league and all of the frenzy behind just one player. And that one player dominating the headlines. She's like, look what I did. And I did it in front of a sold out audience. And we got the win based on our collective effort, not one person getting us a chartered jet, not one person, but all of us. It takes a team. So that's what she was trying to reel people back in on and remind people that this is a team effort. I don't personally believe that she was trying to attack Caitlin Clark, because Caitlin Clark, a player of that caliber, is good for the league. Hell, when's the last time you talked about the WNBA? When's the last time anybody? I don't think I ever even reported anything on the WNBA in my 7 years on YouTube. I don't think I ever said anything about the WNBA, unless I was talking about Brittany Griner's situation when she got arrested. Other than that, we don't talk about the WNBA. So obviously she is good for the WNBA. She puts eyeballs on the games and she puts asses in the seats. She's good for the league. The issue is the lack of balance. The issue is the lack of balance. So perhaps Angel can assert herself by asserting herself and being more dominant. 13 points is cool, but from what I understand, Caitlin is putting up 20-something points a night. Let's see. Caitlin Clark's scoring average. Let's see. Okay, so Caitlin Clark is averaging 17.8 points in her first year as a WNBA basketball player for Indiana. Okay, so she's averaging. Let's see. Okay, and that's the Indiana Fever. She's averaging 17.8 points. So let's see what Angel Reese is averaging. Angel Reese on narrative. Let's see. Angel Reese, Chicago forward. Angel Reese stats. Angel Reese career stats. WNBA. Angel Reese. Angel Reese is averaging 12 points and 8.7 rebounds. So while it looks like she's getting more rebounds, she's scoring less points. She's like 5 points behind, almost 6 points behind. So if she wants more action, she's gonna have to, score more, because in basketball we pay attention to the offense over the defense. We pay attention to the offense. Whoever is the most prolific scorer on the offense, offensively in the league, that's who's gonna get all of the shine or get most of the shine. That's a fact. So you got to score more points. Now, I'm gonna say something that's a little unpopular. Some people ain't gonna like this, but I'll take my chances. I think that Caitlin Clark is a workhorse. She puts her head down and she goes to work. She's basketball. Basketball, basketball, basketball. I think that she focused. When she go out there, she's focused. I think that when she's not even on the basketball court, she's focused on basketball. Angel Reese, not so much. Angel Reese she does a lot of modeling stuff, and I'm not saying she shouldn't, show off her style, She got a nice body. I ain't saying she shouldn't do that, but seems like to me that is equally important to basketball to her, and it should not be. If you really want to be a great basketball player, if you want championships, correct me if I'm wrong, fam, but you're going to have to be focused. Your biggest focus is going to have to be how to break those records, how to become the best in the game to ever play the game. Staying up late at night watching those tapes, beating everybody to the gym, the things that champions do. So neither Angel Reese or Caitlin Clark is the best player in the league right at this moment, but they are positioning them to be that way. Now, okay, yes, she lost twice in the championships. She lost twice on her way, in college. But Akeem Olajuwon lost twice too to people who never won a championship in the pros. So just because you lost in college, you never got a championship in college, don't mean you're not going to get a championship in the pros. So if if you want to compare them, you can compare them to their college careers and say, yeah, Angel Reese, I think she got 2 of them. She got 2 championships. So one could argue that Angel Reese was a better college player, but we're in the pros now. So what does this pro thing look like? What does that look like? See, what happened in college don't even matter anymore. What matters is what happened inside those lines, between those lines in college and in the pros. That's what matters right now. That's what matters right now. Okay, Angel Reese is more feminine than most of those women. I agree, and perhaps that's something to bring. Maybe that's why. Maybe that's one of the biggest reasons why people don't watch the WNBA. You know, femininity, lack of femininity. So maybe that could be Angel Reese's contribution in addition to being a star athlete, right? Kind of like what Allen Iverson did with the braids and the swag that he brought, the hip hop swag that he brought to the NBA. You know, he brought that, but at the same time, he was hooping his butt off, right? He hooped his butt off. So, you know, maybe that's a good look. Maybe that would be a good look for overall. Maybe that's a good look. You know? But me, you know, I like to see the dominance more so than anything. When you watch Allen Iverson play on the court, you didn't think about his swag. You thought about how dominant he was. You know, he lived up to his billing every single time he stepped on the court. And I'm just saying, if one person is scoring 25 points a game and another person is scoring 10 points a game, they're not going to get as much attention. Even if they're scoring 15 points a game, 17 points a game, they're not going to get the same action as the one that's scoring 25 points a game. Even if overall you got a better game, even if overall your game is better, whoever scored the most points gonna get the biggest check on the team. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. There might be 1 or 2 dudes out there that might be in contract negotiations or transition or whatever who are making less. They're scoring more, but they're making less than another player. But that's probably because, you know, they ain't renewed that contract. When that contract get ready to be renewed, you better believe that person who's scoring the most points are going to be making the most money. If you're a star athlete, you star basketball player, you putting that ball in that hole, man, you're going to get your money. And you're going to be the star of that team. Whoever's scoring the most points is going to be the star of the team. The Lakers, I think Anthony scored the most points in their last season. LeBron obviously is the marquee player. He's the icon and all of that kind of stuff. But, you know, and that ain't going to change. But a year or two, it's a wrap. He's going to still be a legend, but he going to be looked at as that dude who can't help us win. He ain't going to be the go-to man. And that's another thing. Whoever the go-to person is the star of the team. Correct me if I'm wrong. Whoever the go-to player on the team, whoever we got to pass that ball to get that bucket when we need a bucket, that's who the star of the team is. Don't get me wrong, fam. I like Angel Reese. I like her. I think she's a very good player. She's a very competitive player, and she do put butts in the seat too. She put asses in the seat, and she put eyeballs on the screen. People want to watch it. She's competitive. She got that edge, so people want to watch it. But if she wants to have that title of that player lead, the player person, she got to score. She got to be right there with her, neck and neck, or have a better scoring average than old girl got. Because in basketball, it comes down to scoring. Whoever is the most prolific scorer on the team or in the league is going to have, more action. They're going to have a spotlight on them. And when you're brand new, you're coming into the league, and when you score like she scored in college, when you put up the kind of numbers she put up, and you go to the next level, they're going to treat you like a superstar before you ever step on the court. They did the same thing with LeBron. Remember LeBron? The child man. They was billing LeBron as the child man even when he was 16 years old. Oh, the child man. Kobe, the same thing. Same thing with Magic. Same thing with Jordan. Same thing with Hakeem Olajuwon. All them dudes. They all was billed as the new face of the league. They got to do that to keep people interested, to make people who decide I ain't gonna buy tickets last year, but I'm gonna buy some tickets this year. I'm gonna get season tickets this year. You got to keep people coming back. You got to give them something new to look forward to. And she put up the numbers, man. She put the numbers up. No, she didn't win a championship, but she put the numbers up. So if she put the numbers up, they're not going to promote somebody who scored, they're not going to promote somebody who scored 16 points a game over somebody who averaged 20 points, 25 points a game. They're not going to promote that person more when they come into the league. This is me, fam, taking the emotions totally out of it. I'm just being rational about this. This taking the emotions all the way out of the game. It ain't got nothing to do with emotions. This is straight just looking at the facts and looking at how things go. They're not going to promote somebody. If I scored 12, even if I'm loud and I'm colorful and I'm good at what I do, but I only score 12 points a game. Or maybe I score 20 points a game and I won a championship. The guy who scored 30 points a game is going to be billed as the face of the league, not me. And he could have lost all 4 times he went to the national championship. He could have lost every single time. But if he putting up 30 points, they're gonna bill him as the new face of the NBA, not me. And I gotta be okay with that to the extent that I don't get in my feelings about it, but I use it as motivation to show why I should have been the face of the team and not him. The face of the league, not him. I just got to get on the court and show up and show out. And that'll shut all that down. Oh, you think he better than me? Watch this. Take that, take that, take that. Block, steal, pass. I just got to handle my business. And that'll shut all that down. Somebody said 13 points. Who said that? I ain't gonna say somebody. I'm gonna say who it is. Nola boy say 13 points ain't nothing to frown at. 13 points ain't nothing to frown at. It's competitive sports, it's pro sports. So 13 points is good. But what's better, 13 or 20? Even if you win, fam, even if you win and you scoring 13, if your average is 13 points and you're winning, you're not going to get more shine than somebody scoring 18 points and losing. You're not going to get as much shine. People like ball players based on their ability to score. James Harden ain't won not one championship. Ain't won one championship. But he is still considered one of the best players in the NBA. And people still look at him as a franchise player. Franchise. Not just a player, a regular player, franchise. Because he knows how to score. Now, when they get to the playoffs, that's something different. But in regular season, you're a killer. Let's see who scores the most points. Who is the team leader? Leading, let's see. Chicago Sky, leading scorer. Let's see. Marina Marbury is the Chicago Sky's leading scorer. This is my point. Angel Reese is the leading rebounder, but Marbury is the leading scorer. Marina. She averages 18 points a game. Marina averages 18 points a game. Angel Reese, love her to death, support her. But Angel Reese averages 12 points a game. In the clutch, when they need a score, who do you think they're going to pass the ball to? Who is designed when you need that score? Who is the first option? That's the star. That's the star of the team. The first option is the star of the team. Marina is the first option. Don't get me wrong, Angel Reese is a star because she brings star power. So she brings star power based on her college career. But Marina is the star of that team. When they need a point, when they need a score, they're going to feed that ball to her until Angel steps it up and becomes that person or somebody else does. For Indiana Fever, leading scorer. Indiana Fever's leading scorer is Caitlin Clark at 17.8 points per game. When Indiana needs a score, Their first option is going to be Caitlin Clark. This ain't rocket science, fam. Their first option is going to be Caitlin Clark. Who said this? Lovernier. How you say that name? Lavernia White says, Willie, your basketball knowledge is average at best. So, I agree with you. My basketball knowledge is average at best. But I can tell, I can do the math. I can look at a player and tell you if a player is sorry or not. I can look at a player and say, based on their stats, which one that I would want to play for me, based on their heart, their drive, their focus. I can tell you who focused, who and who not. I can look at those stats. I don't have to know basketball at all to read stats. So yeah, my basketball knowledge is average at best. I can't tell you nothing about what year somebody did this, broke whatever, who broke whose home run average, who got the most bases, extra bases in baseball. I can't tell you nothing about who the leading tackler is on no team whatsoever, not even one team, not even my home team. I can't even tell you, I can't even name more than 3 coaches, 3 or 4 coaches. I can't name who coach what team or nothing. But I can look at a game and I can look at a person's history and their attitude, their character, their personality. I can look at their stats. I can read stats. Don't take a rocket scientist to do that. Just like a lot of y'all ain't expert boxers. But I know when boxing come on, everybody is watching the fight. When a big match come on, everybody's sitting there watching the fight and everybody got an opinion on what's going on. Most of the time, people be cheering and somebody fighting and all they doing is hitting gloves and y'all be up there talking about, ooh, got him, ooh, but ain't did nothing. The other fighter been covered the whole time. Ain't did no damage, been hitting gloves and elbows the whole time. But when somebody get washed and you see that person's eye and you say, ooh, shit, look at that. Or you see somebody swinging like this or throwing a hook from way back here, you be like, man, he gonna get knocked out. He better cover up. That's common sense. You better cover up. You keep getting hit in the face like that, you better cover up. But put your hands up. Back in the day, they say guards. You put your guards up. What's up, Nandi? Chris Smith is in the building. What's up? What's up? What's up? The fundraiser, what it do? Rodman and Ben Wallace wasn't scores and got rings. Scoring isn't always the number one thing. Scoring is not always the number one thing, but scoring is the number one thing that makes you the star of the team. The star, not a star, the star. And you're right. Ben Wallace, but especially Dennis Rodman, cold-blooded. Give me 20 rebounds. I need that. So you got to have players like that. Don't get me wrong. You got to have those type of players. You got to have those scrappy players that are willing to die for that ball and bust their head to the white meat. That's me. I ain't no real basketball player, never been. But I'm the dude that would die for that ball and bust my head to the white meat to save it. to win that game. I'm the one you put on your best player. Put me on the best player. He ain't coming in that paint. If he do, he gonna be lying in that paint. I'm not playing no games. You're not stunting on me. You're not coming through the hoop doing no dancing. You ain't finna be doing no flying. You ain't doing no spinning around, tomahawks, none of that on me. You gonna taste that concrete or that wood, asphalt, rubber, something. You ain't doing that on me. So I'm gonna regulate the biggest and the baddest player to jump shots. He's gonna be out there shooting jump shots. And I ain't talking about mid-range jump shots. I'm talking about distant three-pointers. And I'm gonna be right there in his face while he's shooting three-pointer. So you need players like me. You need somebody like me who will go in and do the dirty work. You need somebody like me who focus on shutting this guy down. I ain't gonna score too many points, but I'm gonna make sure too many points don't get scored on us. Too many points ain't gonna get scored on my team. Mary says, you don't like black women. Mary, you must be new. So I'm gonna give you a chance. I'm gonna give you a chance. I'm gonna give you a chance. Usually I would block somebody that would make such an idiotic comment. I'm gonna give you a chance to go through my videos. I got over 6,000 videos. I'm gonna give you a chance to just randomly click on anything and find something where I'm talking about a black woman or somebody's disrespecting a black woman or disrespected a black woman. Then I want you to listen to my commentary very carefully. And if you still come back feeling the exact same way, something is wrong with you. And therefore, you should excuse yourself from not just my channel, but from YouTube and the rest of social media altogether. How is it that you don't like a black woman because you critique a black woman? How is that? How does that equate to not liking black women? See, I'm gonna tell you something, fam. Some of these women out here, some black women weaponize black women against everybody. They weaponize black women so that they can be able to go out and do whatever they want to do without any consequences or accountability. Well, you know, you argued with a black woman. Well, you know, you did to the black woman. They're throwing out the black woman thing. But they don't throw the black woman thing out when those black women be out there bending over, busting it open, twerking, acting a damn fool. They ain't saying nothing about that. I'm talking about the ones who do. I ain't talking about y'all that's watching right now. I'm talking about the ones who do, who act a damn fool. They ain't got nothing to say about that. Shalana said, I like both players. I like both players too. Why you can't like a player and still critique a player? Not criticize a player, critique a player. What is critiquing? When did critiquing end up being criticizing? And even if you did criticize somebody, that don't mean you don't like them. You can criticize somebody and still, you can criticize somebody and love them. Why everything got to be just one-sided, just all the way over here? You either here or you there. Ain't no common ground whatsoever. There's no objectiveness whatsoever. No objectivity at all. It's just over here or you're over here. I like both players. Look, fam, if it wasn't for Angel Reese, nobody would probably even be interested in Caitlin Clark like that, because every player, every great player got to have another great player to push him. You got to have, otherwise you don't know how great the player really is. If they don't go head to head with another great player, you don't really know how great that other player is. So yeah, Angel Reese, I like Angel Reese. And she went to school right up the street, LSU. That's my I-10 neighbor, the home girl. Then, you know, I'm speaking facts though, fam. If Angel Reese, yeah, you can get past this hoopla, but at the end of the day, if Caitlin Clark don't produce, they're going to stop talking about her. Remember Johnny Manziel? He was the rave of all college football. And when he came to the NBA, the NFL, it was all Johnny. Nobody talks about Johnny anymore. People stopped talking about Johnny long before he retired because he could not deliver. And that was another Texas boy. He could not deliver. There were other players who proved to be greater than him based on their performance, not hype. So if any player out there in the WNBA is feeling a certain way about Caitlin Clark, all of the attention she's getting, as they should, all they got to do is go out there and outperform her. But that's easier said than done. That's my time, family. Until next time. I see Miss Jazzy in the building. What's up, Miss Jazzy? Until next time. Hold on, let me just drop a couple more shout outs right quick. Willetta White. E the Lion. Jason. What's up, Jason Kashok? Koschalk. Man, that's a name right there. Koschalk. Jason Koschalk. Okay. Dion, my holy king. D. Burt. Most sunny side. And again, fam, just to be clear, I don't believe Angel Reese is hating on Caitlin Clark whatsoever. Angel Reese seems to be a very sharp woman. And so she has to know that having a Caitlin Clark on the other side is good for the game. And it's good for her game. Because guess what? She's going to square off against Caitlin Clark at some point. And just like in college, we'll see which one of them get the edge. Just like in college, we'll see. So I don't believe Angel Reese is jealous of Caitlin Clark. Jealous of probably that the attention she's getting, but not jealous of her. Jealous of the fact that, and I won't even say jealous, I would just say probably frustrated and angry and disappointed that the league is paying so much attention to one player, and that the brands and even the fans are not just hyping her, but at some some of it is overhyped because they make it seem like this chick can fly. Now, she can't fly, but she can leap there, man. Girl is cold, man. I'm calling striking the ball, man. The girl cold, man. Ain't no front. The girl cold. But I don't think Angel Reese was trying to disrespect her. I think she was very sincere. Angel Reese seemed like that chick. If she don't like you, she gonna tell you to your face. She seemed like that type of chick to me. Like, she don't like it, she'll tell you to your face. So I like that type. I like that. But what say you, fam? Drop a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Until next time, fam, enjoy the rest of your morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are in the world.